Thank you.
Okay, we're going to the Penncrest final match of the year for the Clays, the High School Clays Target League, so stay tuned for that. And after, well, we're here at the final event here for the Pennsylvania High School Clays League. So let's ask you to introduce yourself and talk about your squad here this year. Let me just pass that to you.
Okay. My name is Mark Mallard, and I'm the coach of the Maplewood kids. We work over at Black Ash. It's been a pretty trying year this year with the weather and everything. We've had terrible weather, but we fought through it. You know, a learning curve, so it's been fun.
Okay. How are your kids doing?
They're struggling, but you know, it's our first year, so they're picking it up. But there's been a big improvement like the last 3 years.
I was just going to say, did you see scores move up as time went along?
Yeah, they're moving up. I wish we had a little more time because they're really jumping quickly now. Things are smoothing out, and I think they're going to do real well next year.
How'd things work at the club? I noticed that when I was out there the other day, there's some new pads being poured, and
we've had Marvin Zook Cement Company come in there and help us out with that, and he's doing a fabulous job. And that's made a big improvement to the club, and hopefully we can make some more along the way. You know,
super.
Got a different, it wasn't a new trap machine, a used one and it's got holding 540 targets, so saves us some time filling birds. So that's been a big improvement.
Now, what's the event that's going on over our shoulder here right now?
It's called an Oakley event. You know, it's just a fun thing with three kids will line up and shoot 3 times, and the first one to get it can put the other 2 out.
Like an elimination.
Yeah, it's an elimination
match.
round.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
So.
Well, thanks for what you're doing here. Let me just pass that on. Now, we met at Parents' Day there back in February.
Yeah, it was nice and cold. Dave got this all rounded up. I want to thank him for that. Yeah, it's turned out pretty good. Sagertown's got 28 shooters. Like I said, we had some starting off pretty slow, but a huge gain. You know, you can really see the difference. 6-7 scores, they're up to shooting 20s. So I think everybody's going to come back next year. It's a good program.
Very good.
Yeah.
Now, I noticed, I saw some of the scores that came along, and I were 47, 48. Yeah. I think I even saw 50 in one of the matches there. Yes, so how'd that get to happen? That's not something you just your first day out you pick up and you shoot a 50, right?
No, it's a mental game. A lot of that comes with it. Blocking out your opponent, blocking out the background noise. It's just not pulling.
The guy there with the camera too.
It's just not pulling the trigger. There's a lot more to it. Yeah, but the kids are picking things up pretty quick. I think reflexes, you know. But other than that, it's going great. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think for down the road? You got some more interest? Can you tell for younger kids that were wanting to join in?
I think we had 28 start out, and I think next year is going to be bigger. I think the ice got broken. It should be growing, I would say.
Certainly seems like a lot of interest. Everybody I've talked to, they're thrilled about this. So.
Yeah, it's a great sport. Yeah, it is.
Well, thanks for what you're doing.
Yeah.
Congratulations on a good year here. Dave, let me hand you that. So how's it going?
Going very well. We're very encouraged. This is hope to be our first annual scrimmage between kind of an inter-district scrimmage here. We've got representatives from all 3 Penncrest teams, and then Cash is here also from the Condit School District. We've got about 40 kids here. They're in the process of shooting some Oakleys now, having some fun, but all total in the Penncrest program, we've got over 80 kids shooting traps, so there's definitely some interest in shooting organized trap here.
Now describe that playoff we saw a few minutes ago here, how that was.
We had 4 of these youngsters, coincidentally 1 from each of the schools that's represented here, that all tied for high gun, so we had a shoot-off. Okay. And they shoot a simulated round there, abbreviated round, and then high score wins.
Now I noticed that even at the end there, you make it even harder. You moved them way back, so
we stepped them back to 25-yard
line.
So and we've got some pretty good wind here, like we always do. So it's a challenge, but they're having fun, and it's great to see this encouragement. The kids are all building up. Next Sunday is the state championship for the Clay High School League in Pennsylvania. It's being held down in Clareton, and so a good portion of all these teams will be down there next week competing for that.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think down the road? What do you think?
Oh, I see it only expanding. I've had contact from several neighboring school districts that are interested in jumping into this program next year. The hurdle's getting it over the school district, but if you explain the process to them and what it's all about, you know, you can see the kids and guns do meet safely.
Well, this is awesome to see all the smiling faces and all the parents here and all the kids here are loving it. So that's great. So it's nothing else but a good thing.
It is, absolutely.
Well, thank you very much for what you're doing here. So, okay, how'd it go for Cambridge Springs?
Went very well.
I don't know where we finished, Dave, in our district.
In our conference, I think
In our conference, we were third. So that's good for our first year getting into this. Yeah.
I was watching over some of the kids' shoulders. I noticed some real intensity there. They were really into this year.
Yeah, it's an intense sport.
Now, was it like that at the start of the year, and then it kind of built up, or was it like that off the bat?
No, I don't. At the beginning of the year, I think the kids didn't really know what they were getting into, but the more they shot, the more intense it got for them because they constantly want to do better. And so, yeah, it's good.
Very good.
The shoot off there, if you got to watch that was pretty intense.
I think we got some good footage of
Good.
that. So everybody in the whole place was standing and watching that.
Yeah,
so
that's
a lot of clapping. And
that's a great thing. You know?
So you think of high school sports, and you think of somebody running for a touchdown or hitting the ball over the fence, or putting the ball in the basket or whatever. Hey, this has got people interested here.
Oh, yeah, sure. It's a sport. It's not some 250-pound guy beating you up, but it's a sport in its own right.
So it seems like a good thing, I would say, for those interested in the outdoors. Man, what a great thing to have this as your high school sport.
Absolutely, and I hope we can make it grow. I hope in the future we can get more kids interested in it and expand, and who knows where we can go with this. The sky's the limit.
That's super.
Yeah.
So any tips for those beginners out there who are thinking about anything they need to be practicing on if they're going to try and get on the team next year?
Just get out, shoot. It'll all come together. Don't overthink it. Just shoot the bird.
Don't overthink, shoot the bird. I'm going to write that down mentally here. I'll keep that. Okay.
Yeah, we need to get you out to shoot a few birds.
I'll definitely give it a try.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Good.
Well,
good.
Thanks for what you're doing.
Thanks for coming out.
So one little update in addition on our other topics that we talked about today. On the Penncrest group, the Sagertown team ended up qualifying for the state championship event in the trap shooting and came in third. Their first year of starting this, a brand new sports program, and they're third in the state. So congratulations to Sagertown. That was a great thing. A lot of interest in that, so I was really excited to be part of that. Yeah. Thanks for the folks from Titusville Rotary that organized the fly fishing tournament. That was a lot of fun, and I know a lot of kids got a lot of education out of that, and the fishermen had a great time with that too. So especially thanks to the folks at home for joining us on Crawford County Outdoors today. We'll talk to you next time.